very comfortable, relax. Just be here in this place at this moment. And with this mind, we'll say a few opening prayers. So when we say these prayers, please contemplate and purify our mind with these prayers, where we contemplate the meaning of these prayers. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, those who create obstacles my path to liberation, omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly established in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, those who create obstacles my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly established in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, those who create obstacles my path to liberation and omniscience, may experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly set in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. They say 3 times or 2. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deed with body, speech, mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deed with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time, tomorrow, I perform virtuous deed with body, speech, and mind. Page 4. Until I attain heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the assemblies of Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas cultivated enlightenment and progress on Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in Dharma, and likewise in the assemblies of Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas cultivated the mind and progressed on Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharmas, and likewise in the assemblies of Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas cultivated the enlightened mind and progressed on Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Page 6. May all Mother Sentient beings bound to the sky have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from the suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. And page 11. Unequal refuge, ornamental wall. You are pervades 3,000 walls. You are the victor, Vajradhara, without a doubt. I vow at the feet of Father Jigten Somgun. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart, so that I realize the unliberated nature of the mind. Thank you. Kanda chocho tongke chute na disho lamro jirwa kanso da danda dampe cheke charan bebe sa banda mra tam jende Taso asimche tamche lo chosun rawa jingye la toso, che lamdun rawa jingye la toso, lam trupa sawa jingye la toso, trupa ishe so chawra jingye la toso. Doba daji dowa jingye la toso, tuju jingye rawa jingye la toso, tanda tabla kawa jingye la toso, deze dan 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 bra jingye la toso. Now we are studying the book, The Jewel Ornament of Liberation. In this book, as you know, describe the complete path from beginning to the end until all the suffering and the cause of sufferings are solved. How to uproot the cause of suffering. Because since we all desire to have every peace and happiness, and we deserve that, and also every sentient beings we desire to free from suffering, and that also that is equally shared by every sentient beings, the human beings and non-human beings like animals and so forth. But that kind of peace and happiness is dependent on the causes, condition that we create. As well, we desire to free from suffering. The suffering is also dependent on the causes and conditions. Then there's so we need such a incisive awareness, wisdom, to see this, all the causality, without mistake, without confusion. So this book is written by an enlightened master, who fully purified all the obscurations without exception, and revealed the entire nature of the mind, the two types of wisdom knowing as it is, and wisdom knowing everything. So from within that dimension, this book is written. So therefore, this book is not related to the culture. It's not just a Buddhism, but it is a teaching that a wisdom that describes how to see the phenomena, how these function, how they exist. So when we study this book, and especially when we apply into practice, we always should appreciate, rejoice how we are fortunate to have this precious human life. And our interest, to have the interest in the Dharma and feeling of this is the right path, I need to study, practice this. That kind of your mental quality is so precious. So look at, that everybody desire to free, as mentioned, desire to free from suffering. But that everyone don't have this kind of opportunity. Only a few who are, who have this kind of interest. So that interest you have, and making the time is so precious. That kind of your interest in Dharma, you cannot buy from any other else. We have to have within. No? Sometimes when we go through this, we may encounter different types of obstacles. Interference, emotionally or from outside. But still you are making effort to just go in, get these teachings. So that kind of determination, the courage you have is so precious, because you have earned within in your mind, through many causes and conditions, that you cannot get from outside. If you have billions, you cannot buy that. No, so that's so precious. Look at this. So always cherish that mind, progress, develop, and then go forward. Because this is not just as usually I say, and it is true. I'm not here talking how to believe or what to believe, but we are discussing, understanding how to solve the problem. What's the cause of problem? Suffering. No? Then we share, we discuss, cautions, see, like that. So that's why it's very important, just go forward. So to develop your inner awareness, because we have the every potential within us. Sometimes it takes time, but if you just go through, follow path step by step, we have the every potential to manifest that. So then we know, when you come to point, you will know how I have deceived by myself. I have been going through a lot of sufferings that I have deceived by myself, nobody else. Now I know this, all those confusion, how to first recognize the confusion we have, and then we make effort to dispel that, purify. So that's what the book is talking about. Right from beginning, as you see, the Buddha nature means the seed of the potential of the enlightenment. Every potential we have. So to recognize that who oneself is, then that much is not enough. Then we have to have a working basis, precious human life. And then we have to have an authentic spiritual master who gives the teaching without mistake, without confusion, just pointing the path step by step. And then after that we see ourselves. So everything is impermanent, transitory nature. Nothing stands as real. So in permanence, the word itself is so precious. Impermanence means everything's illusion. It's changing. Changing means it's illusion. Changing constantly. The world is changing every moment. It's changing according to the cause that we have created. So if we want to change something better, we have to create the cause. So that's why I said impermanence. Then suffering, look at all the 6 realms, the suffering, look at this. It's not Buddhist belief. You see there are some individual in the world. Here the book, because of the individuals, we need some designation. We are so fixated, so need some place where the suffering is. So then like hell realm, hungry ghosts, animals, so forth like this. In reality, every individual in the human realm, we have the six types of suffering. Sometimes we have a suffering of hell realm. Our mental is tortured by our confusion. Our mind is so traumatized by our afflictive emotions. It's like hell realm. Sometimes because of so anger, hatred, sometimes because of so strong attachment. So then the resentment, so forth. Then just kind of, of course there's the outer conditions there, but the main thing is our inner cause. We are traumatized by ourselves. Let's look at all the suffering. So then the cause of the suffering, how it came about, step by step, the positive cause, the negative cause, step by step for it. And then after that, as yesterday we went through practice of love and compassion. When we know the depth of the nature of the suffering and the cause of suffering, then we will have such a strong love and compassion. Altruistic love and compassion, not just emotional, out of attachment. This love and compassion, that's which take care every sentient beings, including ourselves. That's why suffering is described so detailed, because of that we get a better opportunity to develop love and compassion. So it's how to get out of this old suffering. So that's how the book is designed, so like that, step by step. So that then, not just only selfish, that's only me, not just that. We share equal. Like in a house, in a family, if somebody goes wrong, have suffering, all the family members shares that. It's affected. So now in the world as well, we share that. So then we meditate, contemplate, exercise. So this way, what it does is then first understanding the causality. This just contemplate, look to inside our mind. When one could infuse and tune in the altruistic thought of love and compassion, in the mind there's no place, strong hatred, attachment. So it's skillfully how it makes this space, how to bring peace and happiness. Even within in the samsara, we have all the opportunity how to create love and compassion, and from there manifest peace and happiness. It's not just by making a lot of laws. You are not allowed to do this. If you against this law, you'll be put in the prison like this. Not that, It's making the law within in the mind, from the on the base on the reality nature of the samsara or the world, based on wisdom, based on reason, through the empirical point of view. So then you can appreciate that, rejoice yourself, and then there's no other alternative. There's no other way to go, because you know it. So this we have to have our own mental capacity to capture that meaning. It makes sense? Yeah, so now please relax and appreciate. And then we go through the book. You see, yes, now there are 4 obstacles that cause us to not to free from samsara. Is attachment to this life, attachment to the pleasure of the samsara, and just attached to the individual peace. So all these 3 are now we studied. Now the 4th here, the antidote, not knowing the method or practice of achieving Buddhahood, means enlightenment. No, Buddha is a Sanskrit word. What means fully awakened, fully purified. Buddha is both, purification of all the obscurations in the mind, as well awakened in the wisdom. Both can explain in the Buddha, So awaken our own mind. So now in relation to the antidote to not knowing the method of practice, now this will explain the Dharma. Here, Dharma means wisdom. Through that wisdom, we can achieve peace. So Dharma, the word has many different meanings. It's also Sanskrit. Dharma means wisdom. Dharma means peace. Dharma means phenomena. Dharma means which holds the characteristics of every individual things. So it has many meanings. Here, explain the Dharma, wisdom. How to cultivate the mind means how to cultivate the mind of the enlightenment. So I want to achieve enlightenment. So how? Step by step here. Towards supreme enlightenment as the antidote to not knowing the method of the practice of achieving Buddhahood. The summary, foundation, and we have here essence. His essence is okay, but maybe I'm thinking more like nature. Not nature of the mind, but here, what is the nature of the bodhicitta? What's the nature of the enlightenment? From that point of view, if you explain, so what's the nature of your today's lunch? Then today's lunch is this. Maybe that, So there's some word. Then classification, objectives, what you want to, where you want to achieve, for what, your objective goal, objectives. Then cause, what kind of cause we need. From whom you receive, from what kind of teacher, spiritual master, you receive the thought of enlightenment. Then method. Then what kind of beneficial effects is there? What's the benefit is there? And disadvantage of losing that. If you lose that mind, what kind of problem you will encounter? And the cause of losing, what kind of cause is there to lose the bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment? Method of repairing. Now, if you lose the bodhicitta, and what way we should repair? See, and the training, practicing how to develop step by step. These 12 comprise the cultivation of bodhicittas. Within these 12 topics will give us a complete way to start, to recognize, then to maintain, to develop, and to perfect the mind here. Okay, so see, the organization, how it is organized, this is not exist before this book. So the writer, this book, see, as I mentioned, wrote from the enlightened state of the mind, what requires every sentient being how to go through. Step by steps. It amazes me. Nowadays, if I write, I look at this book, then put something from here, then write. Nothing special. And Buddha's teachings are so vast, hundreds of volumes. And we have no energy, no time to read all of those. And just write it, put together precisely. Look at this, Just feel, just understand this, you see. A complete, in a simple way. Because everything depends on many causes and conditions. Like say, if you go to the farmland, the farmer will have all the information to how to farm. What kind of land should be there, ground. If you plant a corn or rice, each has their own way how to grow. And then see the dairy product now to produce milk, butter, cheese, and that those people have their own information how to do those things. So likewise here, Gampopa know how to start, then develop. So this book is indispensable book to study, to understand, and go step by step to get the complete information of the Buddha's teaching. As I mentioned, usually in our center, we have many visitors, lamas, teachers, great teachers come. We select one subject. Can you give us that? And we get that. We think that's enough. That's it, So I got this, and I'm fine, without understanding all the body, a complete body. Here now first chapter 8, Refuge and Precepts. First the foundation, see we have the foundation, natural essence, so first foundation. First, the foundation for cultivation of the mind of supreme enlightenment is a person who, so the person who belongs to Mahayana Family, great vehicle. Second, that individual has taken refuge in the three jewels. And the three, maintained any one of the 7 Bhattimokya vows, individual liberations, precepts, and has aspiration bodhicitta. So that person has every quality to cultivate the action bodhicitta. Action bodhicitta. First, these form foundation from which to cultivate action bodhicitta. A person with the qualities up to the taking refuge is a basis for cultivating aspiration bodhicitta. This is because, as is mentioned in the Bodhisattva Bhumi, this Bodhisattva Bhumi is written by great Asanka. He wrote this book. In that book, aspiration bodhicitta is required in order to cultivate action bodhicitta. Action means you put action to study, to practice. The lamp for the path to enlightenment, this is written by Atisha. In that book says that refuge must be taken in order to cultivate aspiration bodhicitta. So now Gampopa is putting step by step for this foundation, what's required first, next, then next, then next, See. The lamp for the path to enlightenment also says that in order to cultivate action bodhicitta, one of taking refuge is necessary. Also, one of the Bhattimokya's vows, the individual liberation precepts, is required. The treasure of Abhidharma. This is written by Vasubandhu, a brother of Asanga, a great scholar. So he says that taking refuge is necessary in order to receive Bhakti Moksha vow. It's an individual liberation vow. The Bodhisattvas Bhumis mentioned that without the Mahayana family, one cannot receive the Bodhisattva's vow, even if one cultivates the mind through ceremonies. So, means if you don't have a seed, for example, if you don't have a seed, if you plant, if the seed is rotten or not spoiled, then if you plant in such a fertilized ground, it will not grow. Likewise, if we don't have Mahayana family in the mind, if we go through all the ceremonies, we cannot cultivate. So that's as I mentioned, we individually need all those potential, the cause. So there is, again, as I mentioned, your interest in the Dharma, your study, your devotional Dharma is so precious. You have accumulated that through many lifetimes. So you should rejoice about that and need to take take advantage of this, utilize this. Through the ceremony. Therefore, all the necessary elements must be connected and gathered to cultivate bodhicitta and to practice it. See? So these are making the foundation, first in general foundation. Now next, say Mahayana family. What means Mahayana family? Generally, one should have the Mahayana family, but particularly one should be in the awakened family. These details should be understood as explained in the first chapter in the Mahayana. So there are 5 different families: disconnected family, indefinite family, Sharavaka family, Buddha family, and Mahayana family. There's 5. So the Mahayana family is described more detail. So what means awakened family? What kind of sign you can see this awakened family? Look at there. Many, we can see, have the sign of Mahayana family. People love to do things for others. They donate their time, their energy, their resource to help others. Many have great compassion. So that shows, that individual has the Mahayana family. So I feel like this country, the bodhicitta is just fit. It's really good thing to make importance on the bodhicitta instead of wasting energy here, there. How you look at there, you find more details. Taking refuge in the 3 jewels. Now, what means taking refuge? This here, see. To explain the second topic, the objects in which to take refuge, you may ask whether to take refuge in the powerful deities like Brahma, Vishnu, Mahadev, and so forth, or in the powerful deities and nagas of the one's country who abide mountains, boulders, lakes, or trees, and so forth. Sometimes you see, in this area, this mountain, there's supposed to have a very powerful deity or beings there. Or in this lake, supposed to have some powerful beings there. And local people go there and they pray, they worship, So can you take refuge in them? So they are not object of refuge because they cannot give you refuge because they are not free from suffering. See, they are not free from the confusion. So in Sutra it says, worldly beings take refuge. The samsaric being, we samsaric, confused being, take refuge in the deities, the mountains, forests, shrines, rocks, and trees. These are not the supreme refuge. We take refuge, but they are not the supreme refuge. This also, here comes idea, understanding. We take refuge in lunch. We take refuge in the cloth. We take refuge in the house. Heat, cold, When we are hungry, we take refuge in the food, isn't it? When we are thirsty, we take refuge in the drink. When we feel cold, we take refuge in the heat or cloth. It's the same idea. So when some is desperate, something's happening like this, you go to the trees in the local area. This tree, there's this powerful deities abiding there. Then there comes juju, So you go there and make some offering, things you do, whatever rituals you do all of those. So should you take refuge in your parents? They're so kind, compassionate. Should you take refuge in your relatives, friends, and so forth? Those who are kind to you, and who benefits you. You get benefit, so you whole your life dedicated to some individuals. So today I am fully surrendered to you. So it's you, my all are just now is possessed by you. Like that, can you do that? These also will not give you refuge. The representation of the manifestation of Manjushri Sutra says, parents are not your refuge. Relatives and friends are also not your refuge. They will go to their own destination and leave you. See. Especially when we die, we have to go our own destination. Like when I die, no matter how kind my parents are, my friends are, I cannot get help from them. It's not that they don't help you, they do their best, but they have no ability to help me. No. This is the point. So these are so important, Why can't they why can't they give refuge? It's not being a bias. This being realistic. In order to give refuge, one should be free from all fear and have no suffering. See, no fear, no suffering, especially no cause of suffering. These beings are not free of all fears and are in state of suffering. Therefore, Buddhas mean enlightened, not just Buddha statue here we have, Yes, it's the statue of Thanga painting. It's not that. The enlightened mind. That one is called Buddha. So, therefore, Buddhas are the only one who are completely free from suffering. Dharma is the only path for the practice of Buddhahood, and the Sangha is the only guide to Dharma practice. Therefore, we take refuge in these three. Thus, in the sutra, it says, "From today, take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, who protect those without protection, and dispel the fear of those who are afraid, who have fear." No. So it's inner taking refuge, not from just outside. Of course, we visualize something, but in our own mind. When we get wisdom of Buddha within us, reveal that, then you see your mind is more relaxed. Especially like the developing great loving kindness, compassion, no fear. And then through realization of the emptiness, no fear at all. No. So look at the Heart Sutra. If you read in the middle of the Heart Sutra down there, no fear. No, it's like that. Therefore, we take refuge in these three. Thus, in the sutras it says, it is finished, isn't it? Yeah. Even though they may have the power to give refuge, say, they may have the power to give you refuge. But if I go to them for refuge, will they really protect me? So there is no reason to doubt this. The Sutra of the Great Parinirvana says, taking refuge in the three jewels, one will achieve the state of fearlessness. So, no fear. Because all the problem in the world that we're facing is because of fear. The fear creates all this, Then we fear each other. I have a fear, and then my enemy has a fear. Then we build the wall, and then create many layers of fears. And all our energy is consumed by that, without any benefit for oneself and others. Therefore, this will explain how to take refuge in these three. Now, to explain the complete refuge, you see, the summary: classification, working basis, objects, time, motivation, ceremony, activities, training, and beneficial effects. These 9 comprise the explanation of taking refuge. So here, also just to understand, taking refuge doesn't mean you submit to yourself. Here, taking refuge means receiving all the wisdom to get rid of all the confusion. That's the meaning of taking refuge. We take refuge in the wisdom. We take refuge in the compassion. Not to some individuals else. No. So there's a classification first. There are two categories of refuge: the common refuge and the special refuge. This will explain more detail. No. And then working basis. There are also 2 different working bases. The common working basis is one who fears the suffering of samsara and holds the 3 jewels as the deity, just like a mediocre person. In a mediocre person, just oneself is afraid of the samsaric suffering and want to liberate from samsara, achieve the partial nirvana. The special working basis is the person who possesses the Mahayana family and the pure body of the gods or the human, especially human, have the precious human life and cultivate the infinite nature of the love and compassion. Build all the courage. They're ready to then take refuge and cultivate bodhicitta. See, the objects, there are two types of refuge: explanation of the common refuge and the explanation of the common refuge. The common objects that are two. The explanation of the common objects. The common objects are the Buddha jewel, the blessed, exalted one who possesses the profession of purification and primordial wisdom and excellent qualities. That's what Buddha is now. Dharma jewel in two parts: the literature containing the 12 aspects of the Dharma, like the 3 Pitaka, if you know, 3 baskets. Now the Vinaya, Sutra, Abhidharma, those are the 3 Pitaka. Now they're divided into 12, it's called 12 aspects. So that the texts which we study, practice, all are listed down here, all the 12. So basically, all the Dharma texts that what we study, understand. That one. And then Dharma of realizations. Then after you understood, put into practice. You experience it, you realize it. So it's called two Dharmas. Dharma, what you study, understand, contemplate. Once you have understood fully, contemplated, then implement into practice, experience it. That makes Dharma alive. So you know how it makes Dharma alive? Through practice. If you don't practice, then it becomes like culture. So way back is people supposed to do like this, and we do like this. Just displays like art, culture, not having that within you, So practice realization. That's the Dharma 2, which consists of the truth of the path and the truth of cessation. See, we follow the path and then cease to exist all the cause of suffering. When you apply the wisdom and compassion, then all the cause of delusions, mental afflictions, has no place. So they cease to exist. That's Dharma realization. See, the Sangha jewel, which is also in two, the ordinary Sangha is a community of 4 or more fully ordained ones. It's called Vikshu. Vikshu means fully ordained, so precious. Who keeps all those the vows, precepts, means it's way how to practice. Even though they may be not fully realized, because the vows are difficult to keep. Because our afflictive emotions are gross. These gross afflictive emotions that dominate the precepts, the vows, and destroy the vows. So who can handle that? Who can keep this discipline with the wisdom, with the remedy? So precious. That makes the Dharma to alive. So that becomes like walk your talk. No? Otherwise, there are some individuals can be very expressive, admire, subject to admire. But then when the afflictive emotion comes, they cannot handle. No. That's I said. That's the reason why. No, it's not a culture. No, like the monk dress. It's always should be with us, not just like a special dress. When you are convenient, you dress. When you are inconvenient, not dress. It's not that. 24 hours. In the jewel treasure advice in there mentioned the writer, it's the ornament of the wall. It is the banner of the victory. The banner of the victory. Oh. Because it is the reminding your practice. Oh. It's not just culture. It's a method. No. So that's why I say, look at our own mind. Oh, just relate you have to relate to our mind. Not just outside, say this Refuge, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, outside there, and all the Tripitakas, all the 12, the topics of the subjects, this, just counting like this. It's not that. Bring into your heart. Vinaya is discipline. Precept you keep. 5 precepts you keep. And then Sutra, meditate the mind in that, without wavering from that. And Abhidharma, look at your mind on what kind of afflictive emotions they are. Purify, step by step, get rid of. So it's called the three pitakas. Oh. So like this, you see, this was called goes through the refuge, you see. That's what's called taking refuge. It's not that, as I mentioned, like say, culture way, in the culture way, you submit yourself, you take refuge. Then here comes the ceremony, it comes true, no? And then when the Lama who performs the ceremony say, I'm your refuge Lama, try to control. That's the whole point. Say, you are taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So when those who take refuge joyfully, happily. Because otherwise sometimes take refuge, I wait. It's like you are coming to a place, something like your freedom is taken away, We have to have some understanding. This is the way how to achieve the freedom. We're in the prison of samsara. No? In the prison of samsara, close the door by the afflictive emotions, confusions. Now is how to get out of that prison. Take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. That's what is taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. You see? Dharma says Sangha, just as now we say the community of 4 or more fully ordained ones. The Sangha for noble beings is called the 4 pairs or 8 individuals, means who are free from samsara. 4 pairs means the entry into the stream, once returning and not returning, and arhats. Means even though they are free from samsara, but they have left over karma to purify. So this is once returning. You have to return once. And non-returning means now they have no any afflictive emotions or karma to return. They're ready to achieve arhats. So that 4 divided into 4, divided into 2, yes. 2 each becomes 8. Okay, that's called 4 individuals. The special object of refuge are the objects abiding in front of us. We visualize, or the Buddha statue like here gives us this is Buddha. Those with the full realization, and then second, those with the full realization and suchness. Then third one is suchness. So there are 3. In the first category, objects abiding in front of us, what that means, the Buddha is the images of the thus gone one statue. So you reminds this is a Buddha for our ordinary mind. In our ordinary mind, we need this kind of. It's very abstract. We have no idea. So look at the Buddha. You take refuge. Because we are so used to our imagination. We work by seeing things. That's why I said this. There's one of us. The Buddha is the image of the Dasguru One. Dharma is the Mahayana scripture. The teachings about it describes the Mahayana great vehicles. And the Sangha is the community of Bodhisattva. Then, in the state of full realization, the objects are the Buddha. Now objects the Buddha who have complete wisdom. As the embodiment of the 3 kayas, Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya means a perfection state of the enlightenment. No obscurations exist. Every quality is perfected. That's Dharmakaya. No special form to designate. Like look at your own mind. Like you got the PhD degree. That qualities within in your mind. You get a piece of paper, say you got it, but actually it's not in the paper. It's in your mind, isn't it? Can you see that? Can you show to others? So I have this PhD here. Can you see me? Nobody can see you. That's the Dharmakaya Buddha. Now from that to benefit others, you see. To benefit others, highly established great Bodhisattvas, Buddha manifests Sambhogakaya form. The celestial body, those highly accomplished beings can perceive. Then Nirmanakaya, that wisdom body to benefit all sentient beings. Then Buddha manifests like our historical Buddha. It's called Nirmanakaya. So Buddha is the embodiment of those 3 forms. As I mentioned, it's not just a statue, it's not just a painting. When you progress step by step, then you get that. So then you see, yes, this is what means taking refuge in them. Buddha. You feel so comfortable. See? So there's what's 3 kayas. Dharma as the peace, the precious, noble Dharma, and the nirvana. See, that's the Dharma, the true peace, the nirvana, free from suffering. Free from the suffering of the cause. That's the Dharma. We take refuge in that. See? And the Sangha consisting of the Bodhisattvas who have attained the great bhumis, like the 8th bhumi, if you know. above 8th level, those great bodhisattvas are the object of the refuge. So regarding the object of the suchness, you see, Buddha alone is the object of refuge. You see, now here comes higher now. Buddha is the ultimate object of the refuge. Even no Dharma, no Sangha now. Here say now, the unsurpassed Tantra, Uttara Tantra says, ultimately, only the Buddha constitute a refuge for beings. The great bodhisattvas, highly accomplished, for their refuge is the Buddha, the Dharmakaya. No? In that case, how can Buddha be the ultimate refuge? The same text says, because that great victor or the sage, that's the Buddha. The victor, the sage, is the Buddha. And it's the embodiment of Dharma. So Buddha is the embodiment of Dharma. It's the Buddha. Buddha, an embodiment of Dharma, and which is the ultimate attainment of Sangha. When the Sangha eventually will become Buddha. No? That's why Buddha is the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. That's why Buddha is the ultimate refuge. Make sense? Look at this, see now. It's the progressive path we go through step by step by purifying our afflictive emotions. So due to being the ultimate refuge, the sage is free from birth and cessation. See now, it's free from all the elaboration, contrive, fabrication. See, it's fully purified. It's free from desire, means attachment actually. Desire, attachment. And has the nature of the Dharmakaya. So Buddha is the Dharmakaya. Nirmanakaya, Sambhokaya, we cannot designate as the Buddha. The final designation of Buddha is Dharmakaya. No? So the assembly of the three vehicles means the Sangha. The Sangha of the Sharavaka, Sangha of the Pantik Buddha, Sangha of the Bodhisattva. The three Sanghas, no? Following the hearer school, solitary realizer, solitary realizer, true and great vehicle. So Sangha belongs to three, this vehicle. This is what it means, the assembly of the three vehicles. Attains perfect when it achieves the ultimate purity of the Dharmakaya. See, when these Sangha, three different Sanghas, they follow the path and practice meditation, purify all obscurations step by step, their final goal is Buddhahood. So there is Buddhahood. So Buddha is the ultimate Sangha. Therefore, the sage is the ultimate refuge. See? How beautiful this book is, you know. We get some inspiration. I get some inspiration, you know. So I say, how beautiful this book is written, you know. In a few sentences, it gives you complete information. No? Oh, no. In that case, now there comes discussions, you know. Gampopa is so skillful, you know. Say, in that case, are the Dharma and the Sangha the ultimate refuge or not? Now ask the question. Are they ultimate refuge or not? Then the unsurpassed Tantra, the Uttara Tantra, Maitreya says, neither both aspects of Dharma nor the assembly of the noble one, Sangha, Dharma Sangha, constitute a supreme refuge. So So both of them, not the ultimate refuge. Huh? So why are they not the ultimate refuge? Asking why, See, the first type of Dharma is merely the assembly of heap of names and writings with all the texts, literatures. It's just collection of the writings through which, like this book, we read, we study, understand, So this is not the ultimate refuge here, Once you cross the ocean of samsara, you have to give it up like a boat. So good acknowledging. You need a boat to cross the lake. Once you cross the lake, you don't need the boat, isn't it? You'll say goodbye, live there. So once you understood this jewel ornament liberation, you study, you understand thoroughly, then you don't need this book. See? Therefore, it is not the ultimate refuge. One of the two aspects to Dharma of realization, the truth of this path is composite. The truth of the path, you see, when you follow the path of accumulation, path of application, the path of special insight, path of meditation, to step by step, they are composite. Because through your meditation, through that meditation practice, you achieve the path of accumulation. So that achievement of the path of accumulation is a composite. And then from that you follow second, third, fourth, like this, So therefore, composite. And so it's impermanent. It's impermanent, isn't it? Path of accumulation is impermanent because if you follow the path of accumulation, you have to leave behind the path of accumulation. So it's impermanent. You take refuge temporarily, but it's not ultimate refuge. You just leave behind step by step. You see? Therefore, it is deceptive and not the ultimate refuge. Deceptive means if you stuck there, it's deceptive. You cannot progress. So, like say, path of accumulation is my ultimate path, refuge. You stay there, and you cannot progress. So you have to release this deception. Go forward. According to the hearers, the Saravaka school, the truth of the cessation sees its continuity like extinguishing a lamp. So it is non-existence. In Arhat school, say, if you achieve the Arhat, the final Arhat, leave the body, then it's not exist. It's like extinguishing the fire. Fire is blown up. Nothing exists. And therefore, it's not the ultimate refuge. If there's nothing that exists, how you can take refuge? See? The Sangha itself fears samsara and goes for refuge to the Buddha, who speaks Dharma so elegantly, They have also fear and take refuge in the Buddha. So it's not ultimate refuge. It's very obvious, Because it has fear, it is not the ultimate refuge. Thus the unsurpassed Tantra says, Uttara Tantra, because of being abandoned like the boat, and because of deceptive, the truth of the path, because of non-existence, the cessation in the Saravaka school, and because it is with fear, the Sangha with fear in the samsara, the two types of Dharma and the noble Sangha, assembly means Sangha, are not the ultimate refuge. So this is proved why it's not refuge, ultimate refuge. No? Therefore, Acharya Asanga, the great Asanga, said, the inexhaustible refuge never exhausts. The eternal refuge, always an unchanging refuge. The ultimate refuge is only one. The thus gone one is Buddha. Buddha is the ultimate refuge. The four, that four destroyer. Four means the four of our peace and happiness. All the mental delusions. Buddha completely destroyed, got rid of all the mental afflictions. See, the complete, the perfect Buddha. Now here comes more cautious discussion. In that case, doesn't this contradict the explanation that there are three types of refuge? Then why we take refuge in the Dharma and Sangha, including Buddha? The three refuges appear as a method to lead sentient beings. Now here Gampopa saying they are method. They are not the ultimate, but method to progress our path. The Great Liberation Sutra says, in brief, one refuge, which is Buddha, and the three methods, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, are the three methods, you see. How are the three methods laid out? So the answer pass Tantra says, Uttara Tantra by Maitreya. But the teacher means Buddha, teaching means Dharma, and disciple means Sangha. So Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, these three. Three vehicles, Sharavaka vehicle, Patibuddha vehicle, Mahayana vehicle, great vehicle. And three actors. Sharavaka actor, the acts according to the Sangha, Patibuddha, Dharma, and Mahayana, Bodhisattva, the Buddha. Three actors according to the interest, their interest. Bodhisattvas looking at the Buddha and they serve Buddha. Pratik Buddha, solitary realizer, serve the Dharma. And the Sangha, the Sharavaka, they serve the Sangha, the disciple. So it's according to the interest. So the three refuge were laid out. Because of that, the three refuge are those laid out. Follow the path step by step. The three methods were laid out. This is now commentary, I think. Laid out according to the three qualities, three vehicles, and three actors, and the three inspiration. Furthermore, in order to demonstrate the quality of the teacher, means Buddha. Here, this teacher means Buddha. The Buddha is the refuge, see, for person of the Bodhisattva vehicle, great vehicle. And those who are interested in the performing the supreme activities of the Buddha, see, they take refuge in the Buddha, the supreme being of the two-leggeds. The way human beings call two-legged. So supreme beings within the two-leggeds. In Tibetan it's called Gongyi. In order to demonstrate the qualities of the teachings, the Dharma is the refuge person of the solitary realizer, the Sharavaka vehicle. And those who are interested in the work of the Dharma, then they take refuge in Dharma, the supreme freedom from all attachment of samsara. In order to demonstrate the qualities of the practitioners, the Sangha is the refuge for persons of the hearer vehicles and those who are interested in the work of Sangha. They take refuge in the Sangha, the most excellent of all communities. Thus, the three refuges are laid out by the three meaning, and Buddha Dhamma Sangha three meaning, and according to the sixth person, is to each who interested in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. The exalted blessed one said, this is the conditional state in order that the sentient beings could gradually enter into the different stages of the vehicles. So this is a conventional method. They designed three refuges, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Okay. So this is now, see, about the object of the refuge, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So clearly described here now, see. Now time, the time also has two subdivisions. In the common way, common means to all, which all Buddhists, Sharavaka, Patik Buddha, Bodhisattvas, all have the same agreement. So this is called common way. One takes refuge from now until death. Until I die, I take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. In the special type, one takes refuge from this time onward until the ultimate enlightenment is achieved. No matter how much it takes time. Until I achieve complete Buddhahood, I take refuge. There's the time difference.